Our today topic is attorney commission. Some law firms call it attorney splits. I think attorney split is the second most crucial feature for law firms in accounting after trust accounting. Sometimes it sounds very straightforward, like it's just simple split, but sometimes it become very, quite complicated. Just simple use case like we came across lately. Let's say partner A is paralegal, is working on matter for partner B. How do you distribute the expenses? How do you split the profit? This situation can quickly get tricky with hundreds of use cases to manage. Uh, for law accounting, literally, we know a lot of use cases and we work very hard to make the system very flexible and customizable so that we can set it up for you to make sure that as a law firm, you are able to track all the commissions in a proper, transparent, and accurate way. So today, again, my executives are here, Richa, our CEO, and Rachit, our CTO, who are basically gonna give the demo from the system point of view. And I'm pretty sure they can't cover all the scenarios. But again, before I hand over to Richa to go on the demo, if at the end of the day you have questions about these commissions or any use case which is very specific for your law firm, please feel free to reach out to us, sales@lawaccounting.com. We would love to answer those questions and we would love to give you the demo very specific to your law firm about your commission splits. So, having said that, Richa, all yours. And if you want to share your screen and take it from here.
Yeah, perfect. So thank you so much, Vikram, for the introduction. So let me just quickly tell you like what I'm showing on the screen. So I'm on a particular matter for a client, and then we have two different attorneys. One is my originating attorneys, one is my working attorney. So and then anybody can, even the originating attorney can put book some time, or the working attorney can book some time. So what happens is like when they are booking the time, none of the law firms do not want to book it yet to any of the. So there are two time entries that we booked. One is for one attorney and another one is for another attorney, and then it is not going to. It is just going to an unearned revenue at this point. So what happens is when they receive the payment. So you can just come here, you can receive the payment at that time. That's what they want, that the split should happen, like the originating attorney should get a percentage out of the working attorney. And so let me just quickly pay, and then of course the firm will get some share. So I have like, this is our beautiful gateway which helps us just process the payment quickly. So now we have this billing. Now my balance has been reduced to zero. Now if I go back to that particular matter, I should have a general entry created for $9,500. Let's look at the general entry which is created. So what it did is it just basically split that percentage, 10%. And all these settings are very easily manageable. Like in this particular example, we are giving a share of 10% to 15% to the firm, 10% to the originating attorney, and then 75% to the whoever the working attorneys were. So but these percentages, or how you want to manage your firm, it's easily customizable. Now the next thing, like after this billing, is like you want to see, okay, can I just run my P&L, like okay, what this attorney has made, right? So you can easily run that report. It can easily tell you like, okay, this attorney has made this much as his fee, and if his paralegals are working, how much he has made through that, what are the expenses, and at the end of the day it can give you like the exact amount. And this can be run in a real time, like okay, what is my P&L as of October 2, what is my P&L as of October 15th. So this is one of the beautiful thing where attorneys keep track of like, okay, how much I made from the origination credit and how much I made through that. So Yeah. So
And
that's, yeah.
no, so keeping on the same line, so could you show if it is possible, because you mentioned that system automatically split, uh, where exactly that functionality is, like if Rachit, you or Richa, you want to talk about, like, because this is not hard coded, right? I mean, it's not like 15% goes to law firm and 10% to or 70% to originating attorney and 30% to the working attorney, something like that. So these are all definable parameters for each law firm. And if you
Exactly.
don't mind, could you like talk more about that?
Yeah, let me just quickly pull that up. That's the beauty of it, that you can just define whatever percentage you want to put. Let me just quickly pull it up.
And while she's pulling that information, Rachit, okay, there you
So
go.
yeah, yeah. So basically, what we did is like you tell, okay, how much percentage this person should get, and what GL account it should. And these are all originating percentages. Working attorney, we assume that they're all getting 75%. That's defined in the custom in another setting. But yeah, this is where we define this.
And is it possible to basically, so just for our users understanding, so you define these like percentages at the global level, but is it possible to basically like change it at the matter level again? Because some matter may have a different setups. Uh, I mean, depending upon, like, let's say, I mean, okay, I'm saying originating attorney 70%, and then or 30%, or working attorney 60%, something like that. And then let's say they got just a $10 million of the contract. So it may have a
Right.
totally different setup. So is it possible to basically bring these kind of setups at the matter level or even account
Exactly.
level?
We can because matter is gonna hold all the originating attorney, who is my working attorney, all that information. So you can change that information in real time if that needs to be corrected. Let's say first month I had different percentages, and in February I feel like, okay, the percentage should change, so we can change that.
Even by the time frame as well as the so just for everybody's understanding, so there is a global setting, which is our like a law firm level setting, which Richard was just showing, and then you can actually do it at the matter level, and you can actually create the frequency of that. Like, hey, this setup is till 12/31/2024, and January 2025, it may be different splits. So that you can do it. So perfect. Um, another thing is like from, so this one you just showed a report, right? It's a simple report which you showed by each attorney, where you're saying this is their profit and this is their expenses. uh, can these be managed through the proper my regular you can say balance sheet and P&L?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
instead of going one attorney at a time, can it just simply generate my P&L or my balance sheet, which say, all right, these are my attorney ARs, and these are my attorney APs, and these are my attorney incomes, and these are my attorney expenses?
Right, right. So this demo, or we actually have this is more simplified version, where we actually have the chart of accounts specified for each attorney. Like, okay, this is my paralegal's fee, this is my attorney's fee. But in that may not be true for all the law firms, right? Some law firms will just want to maintain just one chart of account, right, for the fee. So yes, to answer your question, yes, they can be ran through your P&L. And let me see if I can quickly pull that example for you. Yeah, I
And
actually have
yeah,
some, yeah, I have some other data in it. So yeah, so but it is pulling all the your fee information and expenses in the regular PNL to answer that question.
okay, no,
Yes.
that's fine. That's fine. We can share client information. So another thing is like I saw you were showing a matter, right? So I mean, log counting is just holding the matter information. So so this org is integrated with FileVine, and it bring all the. And could you talk a little bit more about from where you are getting who's my originating attorney, who's my
Right.
working attorney, who are my timekeepers?
Right, right. So this org is connected to FileVine, but I this is global. It can be connected to Litify. It can be connected to Advologics. So in this scenario, FileVine's standard information like where they are holding the secondary attorney, primary attorney, we are getting that information, putting that on our, getting feeding that to law counting. If that gets changed, we are changing it in real time. Then whoever is putting the time into the time entries into FileMine side, we are getting all that information, feeding that into our law counting. So let's say Vikram put his time, but Vikram is the originating attorney, and Rajat put his time, and Rajat is actually a secondary attorney. So Vikram will get a credit out of Rajat's work too, because you are marked as the originating attorney in that case. So this is coming from FileVine, but as I mentioned earlier too, we can get this information from Letify's standard objects too and Advologic standard objects too. So our integration works exactly the same way.
Same way. So it will just bring the same information. Perfect. So I think I think there those were the all questions I received.
Yeah.
Uh, and Rachit, anything technical, any challenges technically other than just custom settings or anything like that?
Yeah, I guess Richa showed us already, right, all the uh, defined percentages, right? So one of the scenarios where we like this one was very useful, right? Where like like one thing which we can hard code is like, for example, 10% is like the originating attorney and 15% is for the firm, and 75 goes to. So basically, if that one single pattern is there, then definitely we can hard code. But why we implemented this dynamic? Because there was one scenario, like if the originating attorney is partner, right, so they will get an additional 5% from the firm as well, right? So instead of 10%, they would be getting 50% if they are the originating attorney, and then if they are the normal attorney, they would be just getting the 10%, and the remaining 5 would go to the firm
Correct.
itself, right? So basically that was the one of the scenario, right, where this dynamic approach worked perfectly, like if there could have been hard coding or anything involved, right? So that scenario would might have failed. And like we do have certain other objects and settings right in place for paralegal, right? So someone is entering the time, for example, like some paralegal is defining the hours to which GL, right, actually the revenue should be booked, right? So like mean like who is the primary attorney on that particular. So we have defined all the GLs, and everything is custom defined, right? So so nothing is hard coded in any case if anyone changed or new attorney coming in or anyone is going out. So it is just pretty much custom defined settings by the admin, and easily to define using the documentation available.
No, that is very interesting because just let me reword what you just said. I mean, please confirm. I mean, if that is the case, so you're saying that let's say I'm a paralegal for let's say Richa as my attorney, but then my GL, for example, let's say I'm saying Vikram paralegal. But so if I'm saying if I'm working for you on certain matter, so my GL even in the accounting will reflect differently because I'm on the different matter because this has a different
Mhm.
originating attorney. That is very interesting, actually. I'm pretty sure a lot of law firms will like that.
So it's
So,
like all of Vikram's revenue should be booked under Richa for this matter. And let's
yeah,
say Rajat is attorney, another it will be booked under Rajat's.
beautiful. So, perfect. So, I think let's keep it short. And yeah, as we said, I mean, like if you have more questions and any specific use case, because we think that we are covering pretty much all kind of use cases in this commissions and attorney splits, but you never know. I mean, every law firm have their different processes, and they always come up with some some weird scenarios which we don't cover. But we will be happy to discuss that. As I mentioned previously, like this is very very important from the transparency and accuracy point of view. So feel free to reach out to us, sales@lawaccounting.com. And as always, remember, law accounting is your go-to partner in your accounting needs for all kind of accounting needs. Thank you for joining us and appreciated your time. Have a nice
Thank you
day.
so much, everyone.